All right, good news today. We ended up hitting a good trade. I did go down one position size. Instead of 4 micros, I went to 3 micros just to gain my confidence back a little bit. Again, I do 3 or 4 micros per trade, but we ended up hitting a 1 to 2 risk to reward today. So, what I did today, right? Literally kind of the same thing that happened yesterday. We ended up here. I'll exit this trade out right here. I ended up taking this trade on NASDAQ because we got a better entry. But as you guys could see, if we go to the 1 hour time frame, we had a huge drop down already. We didn't take out any buy side liquidity except this hourly high, and that was around 8 a.m. So pre-market at New York session. So we decided to have a continuation down. Same thing as yesterday. Huge move down, right? We created a 15-minute fair value gap, and we created a 5-minute fair value gap on both indexes, right? As you can see, we'll go to the 5-minute time frame. ES never came down, swept out these 4-hour lows, but NASDAQ did. We had 2 4-hour lows down here. ES never came down and swept those out. So look, same theory as yesterday. We ended up forming a 1-minute S&T off of this high time frame drawn liquidity. This is another aggressive entry that I didn't take yesterday, which I should have, but I decided to take it today because I saw it, right? So we ended up forming a 1-minute S&T, right? NASDAQ ended up forming a low and a lower low, and then ES ended up forming a low and a higher low, right? What I wanted to see here, seeing a reaction off of this 4-hour drawn liquidity. We ended up forming a 1-minute bearish fair value gap on both indexes. I wanted to see, hey, we formed that S&T, right? We're most likely going to create a high time frame S&T too. And we ended up forming that 5-minute S&T, and we created a 15-minute S&T also, bullish S&T. Again, that was just kind of predicting the future, but I was just going off the 1 minute first. So we formed that 1-minute S&T. I saw we had this 1-minute bearish fair value gap. I thought if we disrespected this, we would most likely continue up and at least fill this 5-minute fair value gap or this 15-minute fair value gap, at least at a 50% level, right? As you can see, we came up. First entry was right here. I entered half my position size at this inverse fair value gap, putting my stops below these lows at first, and then we ended up coming down a little bit, and then we broke structure to the upside. I entered again around here. The rest of my position size, I got in around that closure right there. Once the candle closed, I got in a little bit lower. I entered around there, so my second position size was there, putting the stops below these lows. Again, I think my position size equaled out to somewhere around here or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. We can look at the broker statement if you want. Again, it's in the Discord. But then we put our stops below these lows, and then original take profit for final TP was going to be these 15-minute, the 15-minute 50% level. Again, ES had a good entry too once we inversed this fair value gap, and you could have targeted the 15% level. But I took this on NASDAQ because I saw we got our entry first there. And again, we got a clean move up. So first, take profit, because again, we've had a rough week. I went in 3 micros on this trade. We had good volatility coming up. I took my first take profit after we got past this 5-minute fair value gap, right? You can see we had a heavy move down. We didn't disrespect it yet. So once we came back up, I put my stop above this high. Ended up taking out our first TP. And then I had my second TP for a 1 to 1.8. I wanted to put it a little bit above where the 15-minute fair value gap was, and then I took my full take profit at around a 1 to 2 because again we made $310 per account today, which literally makes back a loss and a half with the position size down. If we went in 4 micros, shoulda, coulda, woulda here, we probably could have made 2 losses back. But again, I wanted to build my confidence back. I'm in no rush. I went in 3 micros this time, and we ended up hitting a good trade, making around $310 per account. So we were originally down $770 on the week total. Now we literally cut that basically in half, and now we're only down around $350 per account on the week. So it's still a losing week, but we ended up getting a little bit profit back, which is nice. And that's all we can do is just continue doing what we're doing. So originally full TP was here, but again, it's Friday. I wanted to target the 15% level, but I didn't think it was worth risking a couple extra points. Again, I could have probably ended the day around $400 per account, but I'm not being greedy. A 1 to 2.1 was perfectly fine for me, so I saw that we came up. And then we had this big rejection down, and then we came back up again. I decided to take my profit at the top here once we came back up again. And again, you could say it's emotional or not, but I wanted to target 1 to 2. That's plenty for me. I didn't want to get too greedy with it today and chase this win all the way up here, even though it would have hit. But I'm not going to get FOMO and just be happy with what I hit to end the week. So we took 3 losses this week and 1 win. All 3 losses we took was with 4 micros, so that's why it's a little bit more. But again, those 3 losses going in with a heavier position size, it kind of effed up my confidence a little bit. I'll be totally honest. I'm here to show you guys the truth and the real reality of my journey in trading. But today I decided to go back and take the entry that I saw yesterday. I've seen this entry many a times. I've never really taken it on my real accounts. I saw it. I was comfortable doing it. I went in 3 micros, just 1 micro down. I would have probably made an extra $100. Again, it is what it is. I think we hit a great trade today. It was a 1 to 2.1. It was still around a 85-point trade. Like, that's plenty. That's plenty for me right now. I want to build slow in these accounts. I'm not trying to freaking go balls to the wall with it. This was a good trade to build my confidence back up, and it worked out pretty well. So other than that, we ended the week still red, but we cut our loss literally in half with 1 winning trade after taking 3 losses, even with a position size down on the trade to end the week. So good way to start the new month. It's August 1st. Good way to start the month. This is going to be a good month. I think it will be. But again, we made around $2,200 today, which is nice. $2,200 back. And we're just going to continue trusting the process and trusting our plan. So overall, this shows you how risk management and everything works. It shows you that you have to trust yourself, trust the system you built, trust your rule system, trust your overall plan and your strategy, and just keep executing and doing what you do best, and just overall prepare for the long term, not the short term, right? So appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Discord still has around 20 seats left. It might be 19 now. So join it while you can before it becomes a private community. And we're just going to keep getting better every single day, every week, every month, every year. And we're going to be on top soon. I promise. Appreciate it. Thank you.